We are counting down to Hollywood's golden night. The 93rd Academy Awards are just 6 days away. And this morning, for our GMA Road to the Oscars, we're bringing in one of the biggest rising stars.
At just 32 years old, Kris Bowers is the powerhouse composer behind hits like Green Book, When They See Us, and Bridgerton, collaborating with the likes of Jay-Z and Kanye West, and is working on the new Space Jam movie.
Doing it all.
I know. Now Kris is hoping to take home the gold for his Oscar-nominated short documentary, A Concerto is a Conversation. And he's joining us from Steinway and Sons there in Los Angeles. Hey, Kris, good morning to you. Now, come on.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. In your wildest dreams, did you think at this point in your life, at 32 years old, all this would be happening for you?
Yes and no. I feel like my parents, they decided before I was born they wanted me to play piano, and with that like planning mentality, they asked me at like 11 or 12, like, what's your plan for college? Like, what are you going to do after college? So I told them when I was like 11 or 12, I want to go to a conservatory for jazz piano. I want to tour with my favorite jazz artists. Then I want to tour with my own band and then transition into film scoring. And I thought that might happen over the course of like 15 or 20 years. And I get into film scoring at like 40 or something like that. And I guess the universe had other plans.
Pretty honest answer.
Yeah, I love
the
that.
universe sped it up for you completely. And congratulations on your first Oscar nomination. A Concerto is a Conversation. It's about a journey from the Jim Crow South to the Walt Disney Concert Hall. And in the documentary, you explore what it's like to be a black composer in Hollywood. What does it mean for you to be in that space?
It means a great deal. I think it's a privilege, and I feel like it's such an exciting time right now for any artists of color below the line or behind the camera. I feel like there's an initiative right now to try to widen awareness of people that have those jobs. And so, for me to be scoring projects like Space Jam or, the Aretha Franklin biopic, like, I think that when I look back at when I was a kid and watching films in the 90s and looking at John Williams or James Newton Howard as these composers that I would look up to, if a composer was a black composer in that space, I think I would have felt a little differently. And to be a black composer in this space, thinking about a young, 8, 9-year-old pianist or musician or composer, aspiring composer, knowing that I'm in that position, I think feels really remarkable and special, and a great privilege and honor. Yeah.
I'll bet at least a few of them are watching right now. Let's take a look at the clip.
Can I ask a question?
All right, Granddaddy.
Can you tell me just what is Concerto?
So it's basically this piece that has a soloist and an ensemble, an orchestra. The two are having a conversation, and so sometimes that conversation can be this person speaking and now this person speaking. Sometimes the conversation is at the same time. Yeah, and it really depends on how the composer wants to, or how I want to frame that conversation.
And that conversation with your grandfather, now 92 years old. What's it like, Kris, to share this joy with him?
Yeah, that's the best part about all this. I feel like, the other day, the Associated Press did this spread of him in a tux on the steps of Walt Disney Concert Hall.
Good.
And seeing a man that, looking real good. And seeing a man that grew up in a town that only had like one stop sign and all the racism he dealt with and all of that, for him to now be receiving this public recognition, I feel like is definitely the best part of it. It's definitely been a gift for me, a gift for my family, and changed the way that we see my grandfather's story in a really beautiful way.
He's looking pretty great in that tux as well. Tell us about your family's run-in with Mahershala Ali.
Yeah. So my co-director Ben Proudfoot, he and his company Breakwater, we don't have the budget to buy a billboard, so they went a little bit like pirate and put this huge poster on the side of their building that looks like a billboard. And so we took my grandfather there to take a picture, and very randomly, somebody starts walking down the street, and my mom starts screaming out of the car, "Mahershala! Mahershala!" And it turns out that it's Mahershala Ali that's walking down the street. And so we stopped him, and he took pictures with my grandfather and everything, and it was a pretty wild and surreal moment, but pretty special.
Well, the great thing is family has no shame. They see somebody going to yell it out. And we have a game we want to play with you. You are an all-star composer, so we have a game we want to play. It's called Score on the Spot. We got a wheel. We're going to spin the wheel. We're going to land on an everyday scenario, and we want you to score that scenario. Ooh. Are you ready?
All right. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's spin that wheel.
Where it lands, nobody knows.
Where does it land? Here we go. Okay, you slept through 4 alarms, and now you're late for work. Go. Yes.
No, really.
You made it.
We made it on time.
Let's spin again. Oh, right. Ice cream on a hot summer day.
All right.
Man, I want ice cream and it's cold out. Okay, we're gonna spin. Let's spin it again. Here we go. You're on the highway and another driver cuts you off. Go.
Back down. Kris! Bravo!
Yeah.
Bravo!
We be playing it all the time here in the city, I tell you that much.
Well, thank you, Kris, and congratulations to you, your entire family, and that adorable grandfather of yours. And you can watch a Concerto is a conversation at NewYorkTimes.com and on YouTube. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.